Hello again, local recording. What if I predict into the future right now that this will be a PB and that I will upload this, and then it would be really funny because the people watching back the world record will be watching back me talking about it right now before it even happened. So like I'd be predicting the future and like I'd be talking about it, but I don't know it's gonna happen. Only the the future will know. So it's like, I don't know. That would be funny though, to break the fourth wall. I really hope I get to. By PBing this run. Alright. And we're off. I'm gonna eat some toast. Yo, Mojito. Rise and shine indeed. Actually, to be honest, to be completely honest, I plan to start stream, like, before 3 p.m. and it's now 3:30. And I started stream at 3:20 instead, so, like, I probably wanted to start stream 40 minutes earlier than this, even. But yeah, good morning, Mojito. Hope you're doing good. We'll let it slide. Yeah. I've been doing pretty good. I started playing Phantom Hourglass in the last few days, so that's been really fun. I'm so happy to be playing a new Zelda again. It's actually maybe been 2 years. Actually, no, that's not true. A year and a bit. I played Echoes of Wisdom when it came out. But yeah, it's been so long since I did a casual Zelda playthrough. Didn't do any casual Zelda playthroughs in 2025, so... yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's just so charming. If I could describe it. If I could describe its appeal to me, I would just say it's just such a charming little game, man. It's just so cute. um my 3DS like circle pad came off, so we bought a replacement one, but we'd only be fixing that for the future and not for now, because I realized that Phantom Hourglass, the entire game controls with the DS stylus, not just part of it. It's pretty much the entire game is just using the DS stylus, so didn't even need to replace the circle pad for Phantom Hourglass. Old Zelda handheld games are so good, yeah. I'm specifically, like, really interested in, like, Minish Cap up to Link Between Worlds era. Like, I want to play more games from that era. Because even though I've had a 3DS since I was, like, little, well, not a 3DS, I had my parents bought me a 2DS, because it was, like, marketed towards kids, but the 3DS, I actually wish I had a 3DS. It didn't matter in the end. But, like, what was I gonna say? I didn't get into Zelda until a bit later on. So, like, I never had a Link Between Worlds or anything like that. I had Mario Kart 7 and Super Mario 3D Land. That was actually my first Mario game. You wish you had Minish Cap? Yeah. I played it because my secondhand 3DS had Minish Cap on it, because apparently you could buy Minish Cap on it when the 3DS first came out as part of this, like, limited time, like, Game Boy Advance on DS thing. I don't really get it. But apparently that was the thing. And I guess I could now play it with the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. Yeah. Fun fact about me is that my first Zelda game was Breath of the Wild, actually, and I just worked my way backwards. Anyway, gotta do Killing Post. Okay, 1. Oh my goodness, I almost messed that up and lost 15 seconds. I would have reset, but I won't reset this. Okay, 2. 3. Yeah, I almost just voided out, but I stopped myself, I don't know how. Dude, control stick is slippery. 4. 5. Okay, almost done. Oh, I didn't get the fast ledge grab thing there. And dead. Okay, about 6 minutes is fine. Didn't like the size/style of the original 3DS. Link Between Worlds 3DS XL edition. Nice. Yeah, the secondhand 3DS I have is a 3DS XL. Oh, add, okay. Okay, that sucked. I didn't do that how I wanted to. This split's pretty bad. We back? Okay, nice. Yeah, I was just gonna say, the secondhand 3DS I got was a 3DS XL, and I guess I just forgot how small the original, like, 3DS screen was. Like, oh my goodness. Younger me did not have good posture. I had to learn to have good posture, better posture over time. Yeah. Okay. Again, I'm always super scared of failing that RBM, because I always feel like I'm super close to failing it. Like if I pressed A a few frames earlier, that wouldn't have started the file, but we're good. Yeah, that will have worked. Yeah. It did. Yeah. They're like the size of phones when they're, like closed, aren't they? Or are phones bigger now? I don't know. The new 3DS and the new 3DS XL are the best looking ones I see. Yeah, they had like a circle pad as well, like a... No, not a circle pad, like a circle pad plus or whatever. I don't know. I think it's funny calling like a console like revision new. Like the new 3DS XL just sounds funny. The new 3DS 2U Light and Knuckles. Oh, I think it was left I was meant to press there. Yeah, I find it really funny when people just put and Knuckles on the end of things, just to emphasize. Coming from Sonic and Knuckles. Speaking of Sonic, I never got into the Sonic series. I wonder if I'd like any of them. I watched a video that was like, I 100%ed every Sonic game in a week, or every 3D Sonic game in a week. It was something like that. And like, I don't know why, but I felt like I wanted to play the, what was it, Sonic Adventure after watching that. The one from the N64 era. I know it didn't release for the N64, it released for like the... I don't even... What was before the Dreamcast? The Sega Saturn? I don't know. But whatever the one from the N64 era was, that looked kind of fun. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, Sonic Frontiers looked interesting, like, I remember when that came out, but it didn't really, like... I don't know, it wasn't really something where I was like, ooh, I want to get that. But that's just me. That was just from the marketing, like, it might be a really... I might love the game, I don't know. I just have never tried it. Oh wow, the extra heart got done fast there. Oh, that was because there were 2 chews on me, that's right. Well, I'm just glad I didn't die. Could work on the stamina management there still. Yeah. We got those rupees so that we can do an RBM that involves us buying seeds at the item seller shop later. The route originally said, like, get the first waterfall cave chest, but I timed it and, like, the rupees were, like, very slightly better or something. Is this still a gold, even with the terrible movement on the first bit sequence? Oh. My keyboard doesn't work. I forgot to connect it. Oh my goodness. Okay, whatever. I tried splitting, and then it didn't work, and I tried splitting again, and I was like, oh, I didn't connect my Bluetooth keyboard. Oh well. Okay, I charged my Scout Strike a little bit early there. That's fine. But yeah. I am really enjoying Phantom Hourglass so far. I mean, I only just got through the first dungeon. I haven't played a lot. But it's cool. And it would be especially cool to play it in like multi-worlds as well. Because that's another game that has like a multi-world for it. Alright. Hopefully I get to split for Wing Ceremony cutscene skip this time. Me not splitting for Save and Quit at Waterfall Cave was literally my keyboard though. I didn't forget to split. I knew the split was coming up. I was looking forward to splitting. Wow, these Skyloft cutscenes are kind of bearable, like, I don't know. I'm kind of spoiled by this route. Because I did my first 2 runs with the 5.5-minute Zelda cutscene. It's kind of nice because, like, it's like play for 3 minutes, then 2-minute cutscene, play for 3 minutes, then 2-minute cutscene. And I mean, like, obviously, that's not ideal, and I especially don't want it for the whole run, and we don't get that for the whole run. But, like, I don't know. I would say the cutscene period when we open the Gate of Time and the cutscenes at the very end are way more like ugh than this. Like this is kind of nice. Positive way to think about it, yeah. I've been really trying this run. Like, yeah, it is refreshing. I've been really trying, like, this category, like, in this period of streaming to really, like, give myself as much positive self-talk as I can. Just because this isn't a category where I'm gonna be, like, grinding it off stream, like, cause it's not a 1-hour category where I just do that. Like, this is a category where if I have 3.5 hours to set aside, like, chances are I'm gonna stream it, which is what has happened so far, so I don't know. I also think that streaming and being able to, like, yap whilst the cutscenes are happening to other people, like, that's really fun as well. I bet if I was running this and I was just, like, not talking, just focusing, the cutscenes would get really tiring really quickly. Especially towards the middle and towards the end. But, like, because I'm streaming it, it's, like, fine, honestly. I don't mind it. Especially the early game. Like, you have to understand that Skyloft used to be, like, 4.5 minutes slower. So, like, this feels, like, good. Alright. Get ready to split. Alright. I don't really know what my gold is for that split. Gah. Alright, bonk file 3, get the rupee with file 3 to load the emerald tablet. then go into the goddess statue of file 2. I love using that strat. I can use backing out of the file as a way to get a free A press without it, like, affecting stuff. It's really nice. And it's really fast as well. Okay, I almost ran up that, like, bird statue thing. Oh, wrong stamina management. I was acting as if I just bit saved. Okay, and then that Scour Strike charge was a little late, but that's fine. Alright, we gotta select file 1 really late, like into the fade out of the cutscene with Gapora talking to us, in order to save 2.5 minutes later. If I miss this, I might consider resetting. But I probably won't, because you have, like, a decent amount of time, so it's okay. Yes, this is the cutscene. We've already RBM'd the Farron pillar, which we need to do Farron in back in time. There's like an awkward 5-second pause here. Wow, that was actually like 7 seconds. where everyone just kind of stands there. I'm not going to play it risky enough to select the text option any faster than that. Alright, after these text boxes, I'll have to select file 1 really late. Okay, that was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. Ugh. My fingers were weird, I didn't know what to choose. Alright, that definitely worked. There's no way that didn't work. Now we just gotta do the Sky RBW. Actually, if I missed that cutscene skip, I shouldn't have reset, because I lost 12 minutes last run, so... yeah, I don't know. Until I get a run that I feel is decent, like... these are pretty much going to be no resets, which is really good for my mentality, honestly. Just knowing that I can PB every run. I'm going to miss it later on when I get better at the category. Alright, Sky RBW. Except we don't have to do the file duping shenanigans this time. Okay, gotta start the file slightly early. Okay, that worked. My cursor kind of hovered over the start button, I think, so that was a little bit scary, but yeah. You know it worked because you get a really long load if it works. And if it doesn't work, you usually get a really short load. Ooh, okay. I almost accidentally hit the Gwei. That would have been really bad. I need to get this Phi text right here, because that allows us to dive off of our love wing. Yeah, not even gonna dash, otherwise we'd kill the Gwei. Weird fact, I almost went to activate back in time there, oh my gosh. Weird fact about Gweis, is that, or more weird fact about your Loftwing, when you dash with your Loftwing, you have iframes for quite a long time. Like, the animation has to fully finish before you lose your iframes, so it's very easy to think you dashed early enough to not kill the Gwei, and then just kill the Gwei. Alright, moment of truth. And we did it. Because I selected file 1 really late into that load earlier, That will allow us to skip that Loftwing cutscene, which is like a bit over 2 minutes of time save. This split was really good, I think. Seven flaps, I think, is good. You could probably do like 6 flaps, or even 5, maybe. Yeah. I always wait until the Loftwing hits the barrier at the edge of the tutorial, though. Or at least very close to the barrier. You can kind of use the music as a cue. A rough cue. QQ. Yay, barely golded. Alright, another sub 25 surface. Very good, very good. Right, I need to manually pull the sailcloth. Okay, I pulled it a bit early. But I didn't forget, so I saved time. Because I don't think I did that last run. Because, like, if you don't manually pull the quote-unquote sailcloth, which we definitely didn't skip, then Fire's like, well, in order to use your sailcloth, you do this. I don't know how late you can pull your sailcloth there, so I just played it safe, I guess. Alright, we have entered sealed grounds. And because we just did a reverse bit warp, I'm gonna use this excuse to explain what I'm doing. The game got confused, and if we save and quit, it just sends us back to the splash screen. I don't know why. So I'm using the game got confused as an explanation. It's not really a big deal since it's just a small minor quirk of the game there. Almost started file 3 instead of file 2. Alright, and yeah, now for sealed ground skip. I still need to time if voiding out to lower academy or if the upper gates is faster. My instinct says upper gates, so I'm just gonna do that this run. Still, this is on my timings list. Still need to do it. By bonking that tree, we committed a flag with file 3, and that committed the... Oh my goodness, are you kidding? Committed the flags of file 3 into back in time, and that made those gates come down. But because we skipped the Zelda cutscene at the goddess statue, we do not have the lower academy gates. So, yeah. Okay, nice. I gotta remember that that's 6 text boxes, and that the final text box, like, moves slightly differently to the penultimate one. The final text box has a slight pause before he finishes talking. Alright, and now for Kikwis. But first we have to get to know Farron Woods. So Fi's gonna yap about it. Aha, now this is Farron Woods. Fun story about this cutscene is that I tried, I did try at one point to see if there's a way to skip this cutscene. And whilst you can perform a reverse bit warp into Farronwoods, in a very convenient position with the sealed ground statue. And whilst that completely works, that means you cannot skip the Farronwoods cutscene in Back in Time, because you have not seen the Farronwoods cutscene. Because in normal mode, you can only skip cutscenes if you've already seen them. Or if you get, like, cutscene skip flags from another file and duplicate them onto a different file, which we do use a few times in this run. We do use that trick to skip cutscenes. I pressed A too early. But yeah, we do need to skip the Farronwoods cutscene in Back in Time anyway, so that idea doesn't really work. Another idea I had, which I still haven't finished testing, is doing a reverse bit warp into Deepwoods in order to skip striking the Goddess Cube, and not relying on the RNG trick Extending Blow to fly past that, and instead using a Back in Time trick to get past that. Because if you don't strike the first Goddess Cube by either getting around it with Extending Blow, which is an RNG trick, or Back in Time, if you can like avoid that with glitches, you can do you can skip Scaldera with a Back in Time, which I still haven't timed, but I do actually want to time now because of like my RNG free way of skipping that cube idea, even though you get through Deepwoods like way slower, like a minute and a half slower. And I really don't think that idea is gonna work because there's no way Scaldera skip saves enough time to give you a budget of over a minute and a half of time save, but wanted to take the opportunity to time it anyway, since I got a newfound interest in it. QQ. I always like press B to manually close the map there, even though the cutscene does it for me. Like, pressing B does nothing there, but I still do it as if I'm manually closing the map. Oh no, watermelon stamina glitch. Okay, very nice stamina management. Okay, the stamina management there is pretty difficult. Got a damage down to 2 hearts. Okay, nice. Oh, that must have been really close to Lopsa roll there. Because if you roll into that tree on the exact frame where like this cutscene automatically starts, you save like a few seconds, and Lopsa comes down immediately. But then you have to talk to Lopsa again afterwards. I don't know. It's just a funny frame perfect trick that doesn't really matter, but people have fun going for it, including me. Nice little game you can play during Kikwis, which is a very consistent section of the run. It's a nice break, honestly, because in order to use any B-wheel item in this game, if you want to get, like, whip or bomb bag or gust bellows or whatever, you need to get the slingshot first. Otherwise, when you get another B-wheel item, it will softlock. So... yeah. This run is an interesting case where the B-wheel is theoretically skippable, but it's actually slower. So, yeah. Nice! No heart drops from the grass either. Good RNG. There's still a piece of grass left there. Yeah, I still got the fast strat here. Because that can happen sometimes, I guess, with that last bit of grass. I was probably only like 5 seconds faster than last run by doing that. But felt good. This has been a pretty good key quiz, honestly. Q, Q. 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 This is gonna gold by quite a bit. Like, 40 seconds? No, 30 seconds. I don't know. $35 seconds. No, it's probably... no, it's just 30. No, it was about 35. Nice. First sub 37 slingshot, I suppose. It's gonna be really hard to get a 35 slingshot in this category. I'd have to find 45 seconds of improvement. Which is probably doable. Like... I bet there are people out there who could play 45 seconds faster than me up to this point. But it'll be hard for me to do that. Very hard. Got to love those golds. Thanks for the clip, Mikito. I like that you clip lots of stuff when something cool happens. Okay, that was a little bit awkward. Didn't get 4 rolls there. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, no. The spin attack didn't even hit twice. I don't even know why I go for 50B. I, like, never get it with this setup. To be fair, I mean, I have gotten very consistently bad RNG with it. I swear, like 4 out of 5 of my normal mode runs, the Bokoblin has gone past the ledge anyway, which means it guaranteed wouldn't have worked. But it's not really like I want to compare against a run that got that anyway. I just thought I might as well try, since this is a speedrun after all. No! I messed up my movement. No. That is like the worst tightrope in the game. Well, me messing up my movement there doesn't really matter for how much damage I took, at least. Oh, I could have got that in one swing, but angle was off. Alright, well, not the best deep woods, but we're getting there. We'll get there. I would have bonked into that cube. Probably shouldn't have done all those rolls there. I don't know if this cutscene refills stamina. See what happens if we select right here. There's a pretty short text box. I don't know if left there is faster. That was like only like 2 relatively short lines. Yeah, doesn't refill stamina. Oh, okay, yeah. I enter the dungeon automatically. So yeah, not a gold because we voided out on that tightrope. But we can definitely still gold the split. Like, we definitely lost more than 10 seconds on that, I feel. Split! Bro, my keyboard isn't working again. Are you kidding me? Why? Is it running out of battery? It might be. Oh my goodness. If this goes on, I'll just have to split on my laptop keyboard. I mean, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't affect the run if I don't get to split. It's just not the most visually pleasing. It's like the most minor inconvenience. Copying file 3 to file 2. I swear my movement on that back in time changes every single time. That was, like, different. That was weird. Probably only like a second difference, but still. Nice, two-handed ledge grab. Which I think is slightly faster there. Actually, you know what? It might be faster to break these boards first. Oh wait, no, I don't like this. Yeah, never mind. I'm killing the Nostalgia first next time. That did not feel good. I didn't like that. Whoa, okay. I jumped really far to the right there on that spider jump. Like, if I die to that spider jump, I lose like 2.5 minutes or whatever it is. So, really don't want to do that. I was really scared of that spider jump for a while because I remember there was a period where I kept failing it in any percent, but I kind of got the feel for it now and I'm comfortable with it again, but yeah. I remember being really scared of it and like giving myself safety health for the 3D Zelda Relay 2024, which I was a part of. I forget I did that. That was such a cool event. Oops. Okay, I accidentally did a sword input I didn't want to do, so that was a bit slower. Yeah. Not my best Beetle segment. But still fine, like, it wasn't the worst thing. Like, yeah, I lost 10 seconds, but... I don't know. Oh, wait, no, I lost time on the Deepwood split anyway. Didn't I? Yeah, no, I lost 10 seconds to my gold on that, so... Yeah, that Beetle split should have been fine. I was about to say, that felt like I only lost maybe... I don't know. 7 or 8 seconds compared to gold. Alright, gotta avoid the Skulltula. I'm just gonna take a really wide path here. You could just not do that. But... We playing it safe. Also, there's probably a way to avoid that Bokoblin right there. Alright, got that rupee for a flag we need later. I remembered to refill half of my stamina before this section. Let's go. This is like the old stamina management that I was trying when I was practicing. Okay, well not that. Oh my goodness. That's really bad. Well, it's not really bad. It just means that it will take a lot longer to die when I start file 3 to die quickly later, so that sucks. I mean, it sucks, but like, last run, I gotta remember, last run we lost 12 minutes. So like, a mediocre run can easily beat that. Very easily. To be fair, theoretically, if I was a TAS, I wouldn't lose much time to that. Because you can, like, die on, like, a weird, like, bit of a tree trunk that's very close to the void. But, I don't know, it doesn't seem consistent. I didn't even roll in the right direction. Okay, not a good split, not a good split. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna miss about doing runs when I'm actually, like, okay at this category. Well, that was close. I'm really gonna miss just thinking, like, I have so many minutes of time saved, so I don't need to worry about this mistake I made, and I can just get on with the run, and... Like, it's a mindset that is specific to, like, early on in my speedrunning journey in this category. But yeah, no, in order to die on that file now, I'm gonna have to, like, do something else. I don't know what the fastest way to die is if that Bokoblin's not there. I don't remember if there's a Bokoblin on the other end of the tightrope. Or anything. No, I don't think there is. I guess the fastest way to die would probably just be... consistently would be to do the first vine and then jump down to the spider. Probably the spider? Okay. Also, hi 64. Hope you're doing good. I don't know, part of me is just like, there has to be a faster way to die than the spider, but there just isn't, I guess. Would going on the tightrope be faster than doing the first vine and then jumping down? I don't know about that. Seems close. Oh, the A press there is weird. Alright, gotta position my Wii remote right for this. Nice. I actually gotta remember. In any percent, it's just like, oh, I just gotta position my Wii remote in prep for this fight. But then after that cutscene, I'm forgetting. Okay, didn't get to spin attack there. Didn't shake my nunchuck quite enough. Hi Viola, thank you for the 5-stream streak. I really appreciate it. Hope you're doing good. That do be pretty neat. Good luck with the movie, thank you. Yeah, we watching a blockbuster movie right now. Kinda is the length of one, actually. Move over Lord of the Rings. Yeah, how long are the Lord of the Rings movies? Wow, I lost less time there than I thought. That must have been good Girahim RNG. Move over Lord of the Rings. We got Sledgeon playing SS normal mode any percent. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Bewilderbeast has this really cool video about downtime in Zelda speedruns, and he like measured it and found the percentage of it. I thought it was fascinating. But I really wonder what the downtime would be for this speedrun. Following his rules. Door split. Okay, it's 64. I split on the fade out. I don't split on the A press for the door. I split when it fades out, because that's the time when I don't have control of Link, so it makes sense, I swear. 3 hours and 28 minutes for the extended edition. Oh, like the director's cut or something? But yeah, no, that Beast video is really cool. And I do wonder what it would be for... what the downtime measurement would be for any percent normal mode. Because he definitely timed a lot of Skyward Sword categories, but not this one. Though I would kind of have to get like a decently good PB to kind of accurately know. Though I could just kind of guess. I could say like, oh, well if I got a 308, then what would the cutscene percentage be? Alright. We will not get to activate bit via Twinkle Toes this time. Because, actually, would it even be faster to die with File 2? By jumping onto the west cliff? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Yeah, I messed up my stamina and, like, accidentally hung off the tightrope, so I couldn't save before the flag of the bokoblin dying got set. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I should do that. That was... I mean, it wasn't... I don't know, seems close. Maybe the spider and Skyview is faster if I failed that. I don't know. Oh yeah, you were talking about that, Mijito. That's awesome. Wait, did you see them all back to back or like on separate days? Because that's a lot of movie. Separate days, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Not the best there. Yeah. Are these extended editions new? Like, is that why your theater was showing it? Or was it just kind of like... It was just showing it because it was Lord of the Rings kind of thing? Okay. That should have worked. Oh, they were just showing it. Okay, that's nice. Nice, the RBW worked. I thought I waited enough anyway. I waited like a second and a half. After Link's hands left the frame. The long load kind of confirms that I got the RBW anyway. Skip the glitch cutscene. Then save and reset. 4 hours and 23 minutes. Okay, that's longer than any speedrun I could do without breaks. I say without breaks because I have done co-op sanities with David for Rando. Again, I don't know if File 2 is faster, I just think it's cool that we can die with File 2. And it's probably close. Alright, now for the Hotdoor RBM. It is very cool that we found a route that can do Farronbit before getting the harp. Because it saves a decent amount of time to do this. Means that the back in time sequence we essentially do twice at the end gets shortened each time. Okay, nice Farron dive. Alright, now for the bit with the awkward movement. Oh, the shaking is so, like, dizzying during this split. Oh, yo, the empty B wheel. Let's go. Okay, nice. Oh, I like equip the beetle, but then I press A before. Oh, oops. Yeah. I equip the beetle, but then I press A before it can properly equip it. So I end up pushing the log anyway there. It's weird. Okay, I'll try starting file 3 this time. Since, I don't know, we just save and quit there and I don't want to mess anything up, even though I wouldn't mess anything up. Okay. I don't know, the speed of death, if you don't get to the statue before the flag setting of that bokoblin dying happens in time. File 2 and File 3 are kind of equal, it feels like. It's probably going to be less than 10 seconds of difference if that was timed. Alright, and now we are going to load into the sky, but this time we don't want to go to Farron. This time we want to go to Eldon. Because we want to go, like, whee! I don't know. We want to do the weird zipper trick. Zipper speed glitch thing. I don't know. Is that a glitch? I mean, this entire thing is a glitch. So, I don't know. I mean, you can do this zipper thing whilst not in back in time. Because I'm pretty sure all dungeons does it like that. So, yeah. But in order to get this sort of zipper thing to happen in the Loftwing tutorial in the first place, you need glitches anyway to make this happen, so... Knowing whether this is a glitch or not probably doesn't matter. Yeah. Dang, it costs like 40 seconds, the slower damaging down there, but that makes sense. So, yeah. That split was perfectly clean, it was just that, the mistake we made in Skyview means that we lose, quite a bit of time on this split, because we have to die to activate bit 3 separate times, and the time loss just builds up over time if we can't do that quickly. Oh, I shouldn't have done that extra stamina thing. That movement is so weird. I don't think I ever actually realized how weird the fact that you run up a slope at an angle to go kind of fast, and then you turn around, and then Link does a double hop up, and then, like, he just keeps running as if it's a normal slope again. Like, I think I'm just kind of used to it just because this is in the any % speedrun, so it's, like, normal to me. But, like, that movement is so weird. So silly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm used to it because it's in any %, but it's pretty silly. It's fun though, climbing up Elden like that. It's quite technical, and I like technical movement bits. Like, I don't just run this game because I think the glitches and the back in time is cool. Like, I say one of the biggest reasons why I run this game is because the movement is just so fun with the stamina management and stuff. That's what made me... That's like part of what made me fall in love with playing Rando a lot last year. It was just the movement was so satisfying when you got it right. Not to mention that in vanilla speedruns, the menus are very satisfying to control if you multitask correctly. Whoa, that start file animation played pretty quickly. Okay, that load was long. I thought I accidentally started my file, but I was like, no, there's no way. Okay, nice. That was relatively clean. Link should die inside this temple due to the heat, but he doesn't. Also, shoutouts to the door still being there, and the Mogmas that we skipped. I do find that funny pretty... That funny, pretty cutscene. That cutscene pretty funny. Do I make word slip-ups like that sometimes when I'm streaming? And the platform cycles somehow work out really well if you watch... If you have to watch the cutscene. Keith got me again, but... doesn't matter as long as I don't take any more damage. Okay. Not the best equip. And yeah, we can't really do the cutscene skips for the bridge. Oh my gosh. The camera was just elsewhere. Okay. I can't lie, that was kind of funny. I'm gonna be real, that was kind of funny. Yeah, it's a time loss and it sucks and blah blah blah, but it was kind of funny though. Like But yeah, we can't do the Scout Strike cutscene skips because we have 2 short Scout Strikes in this category. Okay, well getting damage there is fine, because we needed to do that anyway. We're just gonna have another bad bomb bag split, but that's like average day in Earth Temple, am I right? So... just focus on the 12 minutes of time save. Focus on the 12 minutes of time save. Focus on the 12 minutes of time save. The spume. He was like, oh. He's like, D colon. The spume there was amazing. The face. Whoa, if I just target, I can see everything going on whilst I roll. That's another, like, hidden thing about movement that people don't talk about a lot in this game. If you target during a roll, it can really help. Because then you, like, don't lose any time, and you can just see in front of you and stuff. Okay, that wasn't the best movement in the world. Okay, there we go. Okay, nice. Yeah, starting your file with the pointer there is so helpful. Like, I did that back in time really slow for so long, and just learning, like, slashing the gravestone and then immediately starting your file with the pointer there. So good. It feels good to do that RBM like that. Also got the time save of pressing C before this cutscene properly. Okay, let's try and do this cutscene skip. Okay, no. I should practice it. Okay, I'm not getting a Lizalpo's tail this time, game. Oh my gosh, that is kind of close to the... Oh, that's really close to the chest. Dude, the enemy drops are actually a problem. Okay, 30 seconds isn't the worst form of time loss, honestly. That could have been a lot worse. Okay. The other Lizalfos drops weren't in a bad spot, because that was what I was actually worried about. Yeah, dying in Earth Temple wasn't bad. Major time losses this run was like 40 seconds and 30 seconds, and they're all to very, like... all the mistakes were very easy to make, so... Like, all the mistakes, I can't really blame myself too much. Wait, no, I'm not activating Bit, just Death Warping. Had to catch myself again, though. Okay, so you don't even have to let go of the stamina there if you stutter sprint a little bit. There's one cool thing about this section. It's kind of just in my muscle memory at this point, but stutter sprinting. Fastest way to get up this slope. Because you get to go further and conserve stamina. Oh, by the way, I noticed when looking back at some of my VODs that, like, my reactive avatar, like, the guy in the bottom left, like, stops working about 3 hours into the stream. I don't know why, but it's like a thing that's been happening. I wish I could know why. Like, the the website that I used for this had an update since, like, since I last used them, or like, I used to use them on a different update, and I kind of like the old update better, because it was easier to use, and pretty sure it let you not even be in a Discord call for it to work as well, though I'm not 100% certain on that. But yeah, I don't know, that's an issue I've been noticing. Alright. Can hopefully get the Scaldera 4 cycle for the first time in a run. Maybe, possibly. It doesn't really matter that much if we don't, but it would be nice. It would be really nice. I was thinking about how I got 5 bombs from lead, the Mogma. If you get those in rando, it just gives you 5 on top of how many you already have. So if you have 10 bombs and you just get the 5 bombs item in rando, you get 15 bombs, from what I remember, which I think is funny. Because that does not normally happen in vanilla, but I guess that was how it was programmed, I don't know. Alright. Holy moly. The boulder from before became the boss? No way. It's kind of cool how the boulder kind of goes on a journey with us. Kind of goofy. I like it. Ugh, bad RNG. Whenever Scaldera's flames removed so that you can throw a bomb at it there is RNG. Oh my goodness. Why did that bomb explode? Okay, I don't know what's going on there. As I was saying, Scaldera's flames removing when he's like climbing up the arena. When that happens is RNG. So like there, his flames got removed a bit earlier. I just got really bad RNG at the start there. Oh my god. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I missed the first spin attack, but it ended up being fine. No. Okay, I have gotten the strats just about, but I think I left Scaldera vulnerable too long, so I don't think the Skyward Strike's gonna work. I'm ready to be pleasantly surprised. Yes! Okay, it did. Let's go. Okay, I didn't think those 2 slashes at the end were fast enough because the sword kind of hit against the rock of Scaldera, and that made it harder to do another fast slash, but... Oh, let's go. That is a Scaldera 4 cycle on normal mode. Okay. No bomb refills. I don't even want to see a bomb refill. I only want to see damaging down. Let's go. Okay, nice. We can still improve that gold by quite a lot, though. Because even though that was a 4-cycle Scaldera, it was a very, like, all over the place 4-cycle Scaldera. Wait, what did Impa just say? Impa was just like, "Sir," or something. I swear Impa said something. But yeah, really happy to at least get the 4-cycle one time in a run. I'm just watching this cutscene like it's a movie. I love the, what's it called? Pop Nemo. That's one of my favorite Twitch Global emotes. And the popcorn as well. Dude, I cannot spoil Outer Wilds because very spoiler heavy game, but in someone's Outer Wilds playthrough that I'm video editing, like there was like a guy in his chat who, whenever he was about to discover something good in the game, like he just sent a popcorn in the chat, like, "Woohoo! It's about to get good." I like that. I like that guy's use of the popcorn Twitch Global emote. Like, hoo-hoo, he's about to find something. Kind of thing. But, like, because it's just an emote, it doesn't give stuff away. But yeah, that was good. Still need to get back on that project, actually. It's very close to being done now. Da-da. Alright, it's gameplay time. Would be nice if we found a way to skip that cutscene. It is very interesting in this category how a lot of... Because this category cannot skip cutscenes normally, that gives us, like, if we could skip this cutscene, we'd save, like, a ton of time. And, like, this category is unique in that way. In the fact that there's actually, a few instances in this run where we do a certain thing back in time in order to save us watching a cutscene in extra time or something. So, like, there's a lot of cutscene-related time saves to be had. And, like, people weren't even skipping the 5-minute Zelda cutscene at the start, which only required a simple bit save to skip until... And like, nobody thought of that until 64 just thought of that one time. Wait, bit save. Okay. This is kind of sloppy, but it's fine. So, yeah. And, like, I've tried brainstorming ideas to skip some cutscenes. Mostly through the use of RBWs, but they're not very... They didn't work. Or at least the second one is very unlikely to be worth doing. The Deep Woods RBW. You had help from the Moon Jump No Bit route. I have never seen Moon Jump No Bit, but it sounds fun. What do they do in Moon Jump No Bit? Again, should enter that cutscene with a different file. Wait, I don't have those doors. I need to go through here. Oh, they moon jump over the gate, okay. Since I was focusing on the bit sequence at that time, I couldn't visualize it. Okay, not very good movement, but it's fine. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna prep my queue for the cutscene skip coming up at, after the split. Okay, that's prepped. Yeah, moon jump in bit sounds like something that would have a really high skill ceiling, because it would be really complicated to control. But like moon jump no bit sounds quite fun. However, moon jump is one of those things where it's like, do you even get to do basic movement in that category much outside of just moon jumping? Because the basic movement probably is the moon jumping. I think I just wish no bit was shorter so that I could run it. Maybe. Alright. Time to meet Betro. Okay, my keyboard has been doing fine for the splitting so far, so that's been good. Ugh. I've been, bonking against the wall on my way to that statue recently, and it's just been getting in my head. By the way, is front hopping over that little, like, lip of the bridge there faster at all? Or do you just go around it? Select file 3. Okay, whatever. You just run up. Is that faster than front hopping over it? I guess so. Oh, I should select file 1. Oops. I guess I should do that in future runs then. Is it faster to run over the bridge like that if you're doing the gravestone RBM? Yes? Okay. Good to know, good to know. Every time I remember to do that commit, I get proud of myself for remembering. Because I remember those restricted bit runs where I just forgot to shoot the eye there. I remember those. I think one good thing that's helping me remember to commit is like the dopamine I feel when I get a fast slingshot shot onto there and then immediately talk to the statue after. It feels quite clean. Okay, my movement was pretty sloppy in the bit sequence at the start of this, My bit sequences weren't the best in this split, so... probably gonna lose time? Oh. Again, this run, really was pretty good until, like, the 2-hour mark. Okay, it was gold anyway. Yeah, we really don't start seeing crazy amounts of time save until Stomp. Until after Stomp, basically. Alright. I'm gonna mute for a bit to eat a tiny bit of food. I was just thinking right now. This cutscene is also a viable bathroom break. Which is pretty good. I thought you had to press A when you get the harp, but you don't. That's 135. Without having to do anything there. Until it's basically just the text option. It's funny how they interrupt this very dramatic cutscene to do the get item animation. Yeah, it's great. I remember Space Rock in SSR talking about how it would be nice for the harp to get an actual item description rather than just like, you got the harp, but no time to admire it. Anyway, cutscene skip. Yay! I did that very impromptu because I almost forgot. So yeah, I'm assuming you guys could hear the audio the entire time when I did that cutscene skip. Otherwise my run would be invalid because I disable my OBS audio because I listen to no game audio interruptions. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Because I listen to OBS when I'm speedrunning Skyward Sword and not my monitor, I listen to OBS through my headphones. When I do specifically that cutscene skip now, because of my metronome cue, I turn off game audio because it throws me off. So yeah, that's great though. And we saved like 15 seconds because we skipped the fight text. So that's great. I feel very smug when I like do a 2-frame trick that only saves like 15 seconds. Got lots of practice doing save and quit wing ceremony cutscene skip though, so did take a lot of practice. And I still like failed it, I think, last time as well. Either way, that cutscene skip is a lot nicer, because if you fail it, it's like, well, oh well. Sub 130 harp is definitely doable. For me, I think. That would be a good goal for the early game. Because I do feel like the early game of this run ends when we get harp. Alright, time to get a bomb refill. Right, which bombs do I use? I don't know. I'm gonna use these ones. Yeah, this is very fast. Okay, the movement for refilling the bombs is actually kind of technical. Because you have to, like, move the control stick back and forth with the nunchuck, which isn't the easiest thing in the world. The way is blocked! What will I do? Yeah, I like the panning cutscene when you enter Lanier Caves like that. Dude, imagine manual super swim in this game. Through messing around, I did find out that you can do 1-frame pauses in this game with the home menu. In the Wii version. It's a good thing that we don't have to do manual super swim. At any point. It's a good thing that they capped the negative speed, is what I meant to say. It's good that manual super swim is impossible in this game. Oh wait, I was meant to start file 3. Because we need to set up Farron bit, that's right. Okay, people who go into C up and then exit out, that makes you talk to the statue faster, right? Like, I am getting that time save right. Right? Because I see people do that. Not sure that manual super swim would really accomplish anything. Okay, that is a time save and I am doing that right. Good. Yeah, I feel like manual super swim would only be useful if you... Well, no, even if you did it in Lake Floria unbuffered, there's still the waterfall cutscene, and you still have to spin over the gates and stuff, so wouldn't really be good. Which, kind of glad. According to SVA, okay. I think I trust SVA quite a lot for timing and timings and stuff for this game. I wasn't around when he was active speedrunning this game, but he seems to know quite a lot about the game. I saw some of his videos that was like, if you release A briefly when entering the water, you can get control of Link in there faster, stuff like that. Oh, I pressed Z. Oh, the Farron Pillars over there. No. I didn't mean to... Okay, whatever. That works, I guess. Oh my goodness. Okay. Right. During this Grooseland cutscene, before I focus, I will just tell you guys about a new time save. Thanks to Azer. We can do a similar thing that we do at the start of the run, where if we select file 1 within a relatively short window, I think it's about half a second, whilst the screen is fading from black to white at the end of this cutscene, we no longer have to reload the area to continue the Groose cutscenes in order to make this RBM work, so it saves like 20 seconds. So, the discoveries keep on coming for this category, I guess. It's getting more and more optimized. So I hope I get that. If I do it too late, I just lose 20 seconds, that's fine. If I do it too early, I have to watch the cutscene again, so... But I think the window isn't that bad, since the visual cue for this is actually better than the one that we do earlier on in the run. Since it's a screen fading from one color to another rather than just waiting for it to fade to black and then waiting like 1 second. It's weird how there's a couple parts of this run where looking at your timer actually kind of helps with a few cues for tricks. See how much time has passed. Or just knowing how long a second is, roughly. Oh my gosh, my calibration went all weird because I moved my Wii remote. I almost selected a file. Alright. Grooseland time. Alright. That should have worked. Again, the fade out is a very nice cue for this, so I think that worked. I mean, it obviously worked selecting the file, but it's whether we can skip the cutscene in future back-in times where we can tell if it will, if that has worked or not. Alright, hopefully the harp strums go well. I mean, I won't know until after, but I'll have a rough idea of if they went well or not. Or, like, I'll have an idea. No! Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I split when I dive for Matchy RBM, so... was that. Oh, there's no way that worked. Impa was telling me to slow down. Ugh. Well, there's no point in removing this gold because if it did work, it would have been at about the same speed anyway. We're ahead now, but expect me to lose 3 minutes later. It's interesting that phase to black and then to white. Yeah. I think it's just fading to black as the cutscene ending and then fading to white as it loading behind the temple, since behind the temple does, like, when you're loading into behind the temple, the screen does fade to white. So, I guess that's how I made sense of it. I don't know. And, like, the behind the temple load only starts when the screen fully fades to white, so selecting our file there does make some level of sense. Though it is interesting. I was too far left again. I do find it funny that the longest split in the run is followed by the shortest split in the run, but they are both pretty technical in terms of gameplay, so I mean this split is pretty technical in terms of gameplay. So it kind of earns the short split. Oh, I accidentally pushed it the full way. Okay, whatever. This looks like a gold. Okay, even though we didn't get log jump, it was, so nice. Right, and now we're gonna kind of use the loft wing as fast travel. Okay, not the best movement ever, but fine. Yay, I rolled in the right direction. I have no memory of, like, I have barely any memories of, like, what I do when I start rolling after a bit warp, just, like, for these Gorge and Mind bit warps, just because they're just in my muscle memory so much. I don't know. Okay, I hope this works since that was decently fast. Yay, it did. Okay. Oh no. Okay, that was really risky what I just did. I meant to hang off the ledge, but Link had too much speed and just kind of dropped off. Which was risky. Since this game is not Wind Waker in terms of losing speed to drop off a ledge after a roll or something. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we just lost like 3 minutes because I'm pretty sure I failed Harp, Strum, RBM, which sucks because I got it in practice, but we shall see. Either way, 12 minutes of time save. Gotta remember. Oh. Okay. I did that bomb throw the normal way. I meant to, like, time it, but then I forgot to time it. And then I was just like, well, I guess I'm just doing the bomb throw normally now, and it just worked anyway. I didn't do that the way that I do it. Part of me always wants to jump to that ledge before the final platform is there. But it scares me. Alright, moment of truth. Did the harp, strum, RBM somehow work, even though I'm pretty sure it didn't? Be careful. Okay, I almost reloaded the area there. That was close. That was very close. Yeah, we gotta try it again. 07. 07. Okay. Well, that sucks, but we can still PB by a lot. Yeah, so I guess in this one I want to select file 1, then skip Grooseland cutscene. Okay, yeah. Nice. Maybe one thing that I struggle with in this RBM is the fact that I'm yapping and then I suddenly focus and then maybe it makes me overthink this RBM, because I practice this a lot. So maybe I'm just like, I think about it too hard when I do it, so maybe it's good for me to just yap right now. I don't know. In the end, it's just whatever gets me to strum the harp in the way that Impa wants. Ho. Okay, that should have worked. That should have worked. It was a little bit, like, not the best harp strum playing at first, but yep. Okay, it worked. Yeah. That wasn't the cleanest harp strum RBM. It wasn't, like, perfect harp playing, but it got better at the end. Okay. I don't know how much time loss that is, but can definitely still PB by quite a lot, so I'm not too mad about that. Time save for next run. This is the 4 text. Oh no, never mind. Okay. I guess it's up, up, then down, left. The imp 1. What did I eat today? I ate a toasty for lunch. It was like cheese, green peppers, onions, and tomato, I think. Oh, okay. Almost got scammed by the stomps again. Okay, yeah, I think I was pretty on it with the about 3 to 3.5 minute time loss. Okay, now we gotta select right. Then down left. Alright. Actually, yeah, about 3.5 minutes, I think, is the time loss for each time you fail Harpstrom RBM. Again, we can already be ahead on the next split, so I'm not too worried about it. I think sub 310 would be pretty difficult this run, but like, you know, PB's a PB, so even though sub 310 is my goal, I don't have to get it on my first attempt since I got that goal. Okay, the camera clipped inside the imprison there. That was... And it did it again. That was fun. Oh wait, I forgot to split. Oops. I was too focused on how the camera went inside the imprison. That was so funny. Okay. No, I totally skipped that split because I don't want people to see the time loss. Don't want the pace pals or whatever to leave. Okay, no. No, I just forgot. It's so easy for me to get distracted by something and forget to split, so... But, you know, if I miss a split, it literally doesn't matter to anything. It's only a minor inconvenience for later, which is absolutely fine. Alright. When I reload behind the temple, reload it with file 2 and not file 1, because file 1 will crash. Very important. I don't remember why file 1 crashes loading sealed grounds at this point, but it does. Alright. File 2. Easy peasy. Almost did that backflip too early, but that was pretty good timing. Since a lot of the time in speedruns, you want to do something as close to it not working as possible, I guess, in some scenarios. Where it's like, I want to backflip as early as possible, but too early, and I don't get to select the file I want. Oh, wait, I was meant to press C there, wasn't I? Because Link's just gonna be, like, worn out, yeah. Well, actually, no, it doesn't matter, because I have to open my file and select bombs anyway. Oh, you really get into a rhythm with that. Yeah, so gonna reload the area to get the found trial gate to appear. I guess. To be honest, at this point... Oh, I forgot the ULO log. Well, this log's down, so it doesn't matter. Sucks, but it's fine. Is going up here even faster at this point? I don't know. Probably not. Even though I remember the last run, remembering the ULO log is still not in my muscle memory. Oh, that's why I golded Slingshot by so much. Oh, yikes. I need to delete my Slingshot gold. Or at least I need to remove 15 seconds from it. Right. Can I please calibrate? Okay. Alright, well... Forgot the ULO log. So, I guess I'll have to adjust my golds later, but... Forgetting the ULO log isn't even bad in this category, because you can get to the other log. In fact, I might even do a timing for if you even need to get the ULO log. Because it is kind of a commitment, and the other log is right there, so... I don't know. I don't know if it's even necessary. Because I don't think I lost... I think if you took the right path through Farron Woods, you wouldn't lose much time there. I just took the left because I was used to it, I guess. I don't know. Okay, whatever. I was gonna try and do more risky movement there, but didn't get the tiers, so... Okay, I should probably still be running into when I go on this tightrope, because walking into it is kind of awkward. I do love the movement in the trials. I love that the tiers are stamina refills, so it just works so nicely with the movement. I used to try and avoid that guard by going around the other way, but I just gave up after a while and just went around the tree trunks. Alright. We will be ahead after this. We will be ahead. We will be Godan from Wind Waker because he's ahead. Ha ha ha. Okay, no. Okay, no, okay. That's the joke that they always make in Wind Waker Rando restreams. But yeah, less than a minute ahead, but still. We made a major mistake last time, and the mistake that we made this time was slightly less major. I split late, but it's fine. Alright, and now we have 8 minutes to save on the split, so... Sub 310 still possible. So far, even though I've made like 4.5 minutes of big mistakes in this run, they've all been very understandable mistakes. It was a harp strum RBM fail, very easy to make Skyview Bokoblin thing, and something else I kind of forgot. Oh right, I have to damage down to this tube. Forgot about that. Yeah, I don't know, I don't remember what the other 30-second mistake was, but... Even though we've lost like 4.5 minutes of major mistakes this run, like, they're all very understandable mistakes, whereas yesterday they were very silly mistakes. Not yesterday. Why am I last stream? Whatever. Also, I got fence hop first try. Almost fell down again, but it was fine. Okay. Didn't want to risk taking damage to the lily pad there. Oh my gosh. Okay, I knew I had bad lines to bonk on those stairs there. I knew I span up too early. Alright. Welcome to Ancient Cistern. We are not going to be in here for very long. I don't know what the fastest movement to that statue is. I don't know if a roll is necessary. Me thinking of Link's drowning animation made me remember that there is a specific animation for when you die in a minecart in this game. Because backwards linear mine is a trick that you can do in Rando. And that is so funny. He just like sits down. Hi Ore, thanks for the good luck. Qua indeed. You've arrived just in time for us to buy seeds. That flag will allow us to escape the Coloctos boss fight in the boss rush later on. So, pretty cool. The joyous wizard sends joyous spells your way. Thank you for the joyous spells. Alright. I can't say I've ever said thanks for the joyous spells on stream, but I think that's what makes it special. But yeah, I hope you're doing good. I'm the first in my bloodline to say this. Dude, thinking about my family tree. Dude, I think about, like, the generations of British farmers that led to, like, this one guy saying thanks for the joyous spells, Ore, whilst speedrunning a video game on a piece of technology that these Georgian farmers could not even fathom existing. Whoa, okay. I need to... I need to focus on the game. I'm kind of having like a whoa moment. But yeah, that is what makes it so joyous. Alright. Now, with this RBM, what I did last time was I pressed start, but because of the angle that I had the control stick, I backflipped. And so I had to do the entire back in time sequence again. So this time... This time I'm gonna press start with... I'm gonna pause before pressing start. I'm gonna make sure Link is completely still after hovering over start. Because opening the gate of time do be pretty important. And yeah, we do not have to select file 1 then skip the Grooseland cutscene this time, because I already did that when I retried harp strum RBM. So I guess if this golds, which it probably will, I will, like... I will skip the split, because it's going to be a fake gold. Oh! Wait, no, I had to select file 1 then skip the Grooseland cutscene, because that's what loads Groose. Oopsies. Okay, I think if I just reload with file 1 here, it should be fine. No, it isn't fine. No. I have to try this again. Okay. Little did I know, selecting file 1 and then skipping the Grooseland cutscene is very much required. For that. That sucks, but we're still going to be ahead. If this works. Well, I don't have to worry about the split golding anymore. The astute viewer may notice that I selected file 2 at the start of the back in time there, when that usually doesn't happen. And that's because we are saved in Farron Woods. And for this specific back in time, if we select file 1, we will get the Thunderhead cutscene softlock. Which we do not want, so we just select file 2 at the start of that. Instead of file 1, which we usually do. Alright. Okay. Well, I learnt something today, and this mistake was gonna inevitably happen, so I guess I should have practiced. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't have known. I could only have made this mistake by failing the Harpstrom RBM. Anyway, it's good that I know. It's good that I know. Probably losing about 1.5 minutes, but to gold, but we're saving like a lot more, so move out the way, Gorko. Okay. Okay, gotta open file select immediately to make sure the cutscene doesn't play. Now, because this is normal mode, we have to watch this very joyous cutscene. Because Ori's saying joyous, now I want to say joyous. Got some nice harp music. Okay. Funny thing about your message, Ore, whenever people said this, I thought they were saying hi, 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 like as a greeting. I didn't realize there was he, he for like the longest time. Sledge sit. Nice. Okay. We paused and we got it right. Be right back. We're so back. Yeah, vibrating Wiimote noises. Because I put my Wiimote on the desk. I would have thought hi is in the greeting too, yeah. There was a spider in my bathroom, and I'm gonna call it Cole. It wasn't a huge spider, though. It was medium-sized. We don't really have poisonous spiders in the UK, so they're just chilling. There are insects that I dislike a lot more than spiders. Some spiders are kind of cute, honestly. I think it was joyous. I don't know, it was crawling around. It wasn't, like, sleeping. But yeah, honestly, there are insects out there that really, like, make me go, like, huh. But, like, spiders aren't one of them. Unless it's, like, a giant spider. But, like, we don't really get those. How much gel do you think Groose puts in his hair? It's funny because, like, in the game, it doesn't look like Groose put gel in his hair. But yeah, too much. Like, what if he has to bend over to, like, pick up something? Like, is it just over when he does that? Like, how does he deal with it? That's the thing, like, you can give yourself really nice hair, but as soon as you have to, like, start doing activities, you have to be like, okay, is this hairstyle going to last through this physical activity? Alright, it is time to watch about, like, I don't know, 9 minutes of cutscenes. Let's go. It's yapping time, but first I've gotta, finish eating the slice of toast I gave myself for the stream. Okay, what do I talk about during this cutscene? True, got to love the music. Yeah, Link doing the... This cutscene is so serious and, like, beautiful, but then Link is doing the, like, wide eyes decolon. Like, that... He is just, like... There is not a brain cell activated in his head there. Oh, we'll say... Head empty, yeah. I will say there's more progress that I made on the Discord server that I'm working on. I actually got the stream spot to work because I thought it wasn't working for the longest time. And then I realized I just made like one very simple mistake. So that's good. The server doesn't have much left to work on, honestly. There's only a few things at this point. I really need to upload my music that I've made so that I can post my music there in the music announcements channel. But yeah. I've been talking about doing this for like a week now, but like it is almost done when I get the free time to finish it, the Discord server. Holy moly, the goddess sword transformed into the true master sword. Yeah, I think that marks about the halfway point between these cutscenes. Oh yeah, I guess another thing. I've been really meaning to learn another thing on piano recently, but I keep being really lazy and just like putting chords in my left hand and then just doing the melody in my right hand, and like one thing I struggled with playing piano was doing more complicated left hand like stuff, so I really should just like print out some sheet music for something I like and like properly commit to learning the full thing and not just cut any corners this time. I've been thinking of like making my own sheet music for game songs that I can't find the sheet music for online. Because what I can do is I can play in the song. Because I learned songs a lot by ear instead of reading sheet music, I can play in the song and work it out, and then... that was slow. Okay, whatever. That's like a second of time loss. I can play it into some software, then export it as a certain file type, and then use a different program to hopefully convert it into sheet music. So that would be really cool. Because I've been taking a little bit of a break from music production recently since the thing for Rejects and Friends was like, I worked on that so much. A lot of hours. So yeah, that's another thing. Oh, actually, wait, we do the Ballad of the Goddess RBM in this split because this split is for Ballad of the Goddess. Okay, I guess this cutscene is done. Okay, and then the next cutscene isn't very long. Good yapping sesh. Yeah, we only have to talk to Impa and Groose now. Miraculously, sub 310 still possible. Even though this is not a good run, it's definitely better than yesterday. The other Impa's there. I love it when there's just Impa duplicates. Because glitchy sequence breaks. Yeah, lots of golds. almost forgot that right was faster there. Impa squared. Like, Link, look at Impa 2. I'm Impa 1. And then there's the whole past-present thing going on. So there's technically 3 Impas. I don't know. It's all part of the amazing plot of Movie Night 2, Terrific Time Travel. Alright, gotta remember that we are flying to the lower Academy statue this time, because... instead of upper Academy, because of the cutscene skip that we do at the start of this route now. Okay. Not the cleanest. But that was fine. I don't think I'd be too happy to be in a room with 2 others of me. I like that. There are some people who will think like, oh, it would be really cool to beat myself. And then there are other people who are like, hell no. Alright, now that we have used back in time to fast travel back to Skyloft, now we want to give ourselves the Ballad of the Goddess, so let's go do that. Is this bit really only 2 minutes long? That's suspicious. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Okay, file 1 to file 1. This diving angle. What is this diving? I felt confident in my Farron dive, but this is horrible. My wrist is 90 degrees to the left right now. This is not fun. I'm not having a good time. But it worked. Longest part of the RBM is listening to Groose. I guess so, actually. We're only a minute into the RBM and we're already at the surface. I don't know. I guess I expect back-in-time sequences to be slower than they are sometimes, because the slowness of the back-in-time sequence isn't necessarily getting to a location. It's all the stuff that you have to do the specific thing in that location that you want to do, if that makes sense. Like, getting to the Sealed Temple is pretty... like, it isn't the slowest thing in the world. It's just that, you know, we've got to do the Groose text. Oh, wait, no, I was meant to open file select immediately. I'm an idiot. Wasn't even thinking. Well, it's fine. I'm pretty sure if I just select a different file, I don't have to do the harp playing here. Yeah, okay. Wait, what? Oh my lord. You won't believe what just happened. I got nunchuck issues as I tried to perform the RBM. Actual couldn't be worse timing. Okay, guess sub 310 is for another day. How do I keep making these like stupid small mistakes in this Farron bit section of the run? Like, I promise these are not as difficult as I'm making them look. Oh. It's fine. Okay, well, I just gotta pay attention. I don't think it's in my muscle memory to open file select immediately to make sure the cutscene doesn't happen, since I practice harp strum RBM a lot. So I just gotta remember to do that. There we go. Okay. Well, today's not the day for sub 310, but that's okay because we can still PB by like 5 minutes. The fun part of speedrunning is the journey to getting good, not when you get good immediately. I suppose. I guess one thing is, like, as soon as I get a run in this category where I don't make a lot of major mistakes, I'm gonna start doing segment practice, and I'm gonna start timing my movement, because there's some movement I do in this run that is not very optimal at all, and, like, doing that sort of practice, that, like, really, like, scrutinizing what I do in the run, and really, like, analyzing how I can do it better. I don't know if scrutinizing was the right word there. Really, like, analyzing everything I do, movement-wise, and seeing if I can improve that. Like, that's how I become... Like, that's how I will improve my skill level. But, like, I haven't reached my skill level yet, because I just need to, like, learn the category first, if that makes sense. And that period is gonna take a while, since this category is long. In fact, it is the longest category I have done. Okay. I didn't know if there was going to be a cutscene there, but it says skip cutscene, so I guess there is. File 2, please. Whoa, I pressed C at, like, exactly the right time, though. But yeah. Okay, I kind of messed that up. That's fine. Alright, so that RBM will skip the sailcloth and allow us to open people's doors in Knight Academy so that we can learn the spiral charge. Not so that we can look at Groose's punching bag, which has a drawing of Link on it. Okay, yeah. And the pouch cutscene got skipped. Nice. That was a lot faster than last run. Yeah, no, we're just breaking into people's places of residence, no big deal. Actually, okay, wait, why does the headmaster Gapora, why is he in this, in like the normal spot that he stands in? Here, but like not in the normal spot in restricted bit when, because in restricted bit when that cutscene happens, it looks like the bookshelf is talking. The game thinks we defeated Imp 1. Oh, right, because of the early boss rush flags. Okay, so because the game doesn't think we beat Imp 1, that's why that cutscene goes all weird on restricted bit. Trigger to move Gapora. Okay, so it moves Gapora, but it doesn't stop you from starting the spiral charge quest. That's amazing. Wait, so if that's the case, then I hear people talking about the talking bookshelf from like 5 hour any percent. What did y'all do to skip Imp 1 in 5 hour any percent? Or was Gapora just in his normal spot in 5 hour any percent and I'm misremembering? Oh, early Thunderhead, okay. Right. Five hour any percent seems like a lot of fun. Like, literally the only bad part of it for me is, like, it's 5 hours. Alright. Now, ow! Now we're gonna do a funny dive, and we're gonna skip the spiral charge tutorial. Oh, wait, no, we're not. Bro, I just forgot, I straight up forgot a part of the tutorial. A part of the trick. Oh my goodness. $64 gore. It's because it looks exactly the same after you die and after you reload the cave. Gonna damage down to 4 hearts. Okay, never mind. I guess not. That's fine too. Alright, hopefully that worked. Yay, it did. And we got the correct entrance too. I always wait an extra second compared to when I did the timing of this just to be safe during runs. Because losing a second in a 3-hour run is a worth it trade-off for me at this point. Okay. I don't know why it wouldn't let us open the door from there. Dang, almost 3 hours have passed. We are nearing the end of the run now. I wonder how people feel when they play like a 7-hour hundo category ever game and they're like, damn, 7 hours have passed. Like, do they feel like Do they feel like, oh no, the day's over, what have I done? Or does it feel like it has been a long time? If, like, and I'm talking specifically when you're used to the category and you, like, run it a lot. Not when you do your first runs. Like, if you run a really long category and you're used to it, like, how does that feel, I wonder? Like, the passage of time. Man, flying the Loftwing is so nice because I don't have to hold A for once. Like, you actually spend quite a lot of time in Skyward Sword just holding A. Whether it's running or mashing text, you do a lot of holding down the A button. But in return, you also get basically no spamming, or like, basically no mashing text. Wait, is it called spamming or mashing because, like, spam is like a food product and like mash is a food product and like people eat them together? Is that where it came from? Like spam and mash? Spamming and mashing? I really hope that's where it came from. That would be so funny. I feel like it didn't, but I don't know, it would be funny. Did spamming / mashing a button come from... Did that term originate with video games? I wonder. Oh, hi, Golden. Yeah, we are doing normal mode. Which is pretty interesting because, you know, we don't have longer Skyward Strikes, we can't skip cutscenes, and we can't do Girahim 3 escape, so it completely, like, transforms the route into something else. There's quite a few exclusive tricks in this run to do with, like, skipping cutscenes and other things that make it unique from the other categories as well. It's pretty fun. I've been enjoying it. Just been enjoying doing, like, no resets of it in the afternoon. And, talking about stuff whenever there's a cutscene. Right, okay, I tried to hit Bylor Sight with the Loftwing, but didn't work. Okay, but I did get to hit Bylor Sight immediately there. Oh no, it's the scary purple goop. Oh no. Gotta remember not to front hop on Levias, otherwise if I void out, it will, like, reset this whole fight. Whoa, we're, like, flying downwards right now. Okay, never mind. Got distracted by the direction Levias was going in. He was, like, going down for a second. Alright, and then hopefully we get good RNG for the Skyward Strikes after this. Okay, nice. I got the first one early enough. Okay, just in time. Levias is turning. It's turning to the right, so I have to stand more to the left. Yeah. It's probably possible to get these Skyward Strikes, but it's really hard when Levias is turning like this. And I think it is kind of RNG when he turns. I don't know if it's consistent, Levias's position. Oh my goodness, this is bad. Maybe I need to stand further back. I think that's probably what the problem is. Oh my gosh, we're turning left now? Really? Come on, Levias. Okay, at least I got that. Oh, now we're turning right? Really? This is terrible. Oh my goodness, what terrible Levias RNG. I don't know, that felt really slow. But probably wasn't the worst time loss in the world, I don't know. Probably was about 30 seconds. Maybe 40, I don't know. Either way, my PV is definitely not very optimized yet. I haven't gotten to that point where I am not messing up certain back-in-time sequences anymore, so... doesn't really matter for this run. Big whale. And he's like, Link, that's a good name. Your parents named you well, or something. Yeah, so we gotta do Levias so that we can start the Song of the Hero quest. Is my understanding. Wait, how far to the edge are we? Wait, we're really close to the edge of the Thunderhead. We can just leave. Okay, never mind. Because we were close to the edge of the Thunderhead, we lost way less time than I thought. Oh yeah, true. What parents put on for Link's situation here? I don't know. Levias is something like Link is a good name. Your parents clearly named you well. I don't know. I mean, Link must have had parents at some point. But yeah, we gotta start the Song of the Hero quest, which we are going to skip. The split says Horde, but we're kind of gonna do Horde in a weird way. We're gonna reverse bit warp into the Horde, which means that we're gonna like land in the very center from really high up of the fight. And we only have to do the last wave, so we don't have to do Horde skip. Would have been hype if we did, honestly. But yeah. This is going to be our method of beating the game. But first, we gotta talk to the Thunder Dragon, because in order to make this reverse bit warp work, we need a bird statue that's high up enough. Wait, upright, yeah. We need a bird statue that's high up enough and like has good enough coordinates to do this. And that bird statue is specifically the one at the top of Ancient Cisterns. So we're just gonna leave the Coloctos fight because we did an RBM to unlock that door. And now we're in Ancient Cistern. And now we can save and quit here, and then we're gonna RBW into the Horde. I always like commentating that part, because it's so silly. I swear my body always chooses to be thirsty, like, now, whilst I'm trying to dive to the Farron Pillar. can technically drink water whilst doing this. Trying to multitask whilst diving to Farron is what I imagine trying to multitask whilst driving is. Not safe. Alright. Now we have opened the gate of time. So we're just gonna head on in here in bit right now. And because of an RBM we did a lot earlier in the run, we have skipped the Song of the Hero. We're gonna RBW into the Horde. However, we cannot beat the game just yet after we complete the Horde, because it's like all glitched out or something because of the boss rush. I don't really get how it works, but yeah. Okay, that was a long load. That had me anxious. But yeah, we gotta we gotta run into the trigger that activates the final wave here. It's kind of jank. I guess I can damage down as much as I want here. Okay, and because we heard that fence, like, break, that means we have now technically completed the Horde. And, we can die now. Because it's Skyward Sword. Of course we die. Okay, I'd split a little bit, late there. But, yay, gold. I'm at this point where I'm, like, not getting, like, super big golds anymore, and it's more about the time save that I am able to get into the run. Oh my gosh, that was jank. Okay, that movement was really bad. But yeah, basically we just wanted to use back in time there so that we can get back to the Lanayru Gorge as fast as possible. Because in order to reset our boss rush flags or something, because when we escaped the Koloktos fight, I guess my understanding of it is the boss rush flags are still active, and so in order to clear them we need to die to a boss in the boss rush. So we're gonna die to Girhim 1, because it turns out getting slapped in the face by Girhim 1 is really fast. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna RBW into the Horde again, except now it will be completed, and then we will beat the game. Though there will be a lot of cutscenes, since this is normal mode after all. And also there are 2 Thunder Dragons hanging out. One of them's not feeling so good, the other one is feeling right as rain, which is not a phrase I have used, like, ever. I don't remember the last time I said right as rain. I think the last time I heard it was probably in a book. Or some text or something, I don't know. Probably read it last time. Bye-bye. This run leaves certain fights in the boss rush, or like dies in them, like 4 times. 4 separate times. In order to do what we need to do. And each of them is 100% necessary. It's a fun little statistic. 2 of them to get flags early, to make the game think we're further on than we are. 1 of them for that statue to RBW into the Horde, and then that's just to reset the boss rush flags, I guess. I love that we get the spiral charge music in that Back in Time specifically. And it just ends because file select takes priority. Okay, my calibration for the diving isn't the best right now, but it'll be okay. We'll say, we haven't messed up a single Farron dive this run. I was doing that a lot early on, so that's one thing. Okay. Didn't bonk, so that's good. Not the best movement there, but at least didn't bonk. Okay, this time we want to actually bit save at Hylia's Temple statue, because we're going to use a different, like... Gonna use a different set of coordinates to RBW with this time. Nice! Perfect movement. Let's go. And also a gold. That split was pretty clean. Alright. That's how far ahead we are. 4.5 minutes. Decent improvement. All we have to do now is G3 and Demise, which is... which kind of feels like nothing compared to the rest of the Back in Time sequences, honestly. Well, not nothing. It doesn't feel like nothing. That's not true. But it feels a lot safer, if that makes sense. I'm not, like, afraid that I'm gonna mess something up and, like, choose the wrong file and then boom, I've lost 3 minutes. It's more like... It's just gameplay now. Gameplay that I'm very much used to and that I've practiced a lot previously. I don't know, it's just a lot more comfy. But yeah, I guess this is movie night 3. This is the other big section of the run that has a ton of cutscenes. It's like Skyloft has quite a lot of cutscenes. When we open the Gate of Time and get the True Master Sword, there's a ton of cutscenes there, and then there's a lot of cutscenes here. But for the rest of the run, there's not a super terrible amount of cutscenes. They're kind of just sprinkled throughout. It's mainly just this section and the opening the Gate of Time where you get, like, a bunch of cutscenes, like, really close together. Alright, Girahim 3 time. Alright. Not too bad. Oh no, I missed it. I was really hoping to get a gold on this segment again. No, okay, whatever. Ugh. That wasn't good. Okay, and now a lot of cutscenes again. Wow, the colors there were crazy. Genuinely, if there was a way to skip this cutscene sequence, we would save like 5 minutes. It would be crazy. It's Demise time. Well, I mean, it's time to see Demise. We don't get to fight him for, like, ages. Zelda was just hanging out up there for the whole G3 fight. Yeah, wait, what happens if you look up in the G3 fight? Wait, no, Zelda definitely isn't up there because we do G3 escape in any percent, and you do get to see a lot of the arena when you do that. I don't know, yeah, every time, like, an intrusive thought I get every time I see Zelda get launched up in the air by Girahim 3 there. Like, every time that happens, I just imagine, like, gravity affecting her and falling back down. Because Girahim, he, like, pushes her into the end, and it's like, whee! I just imagine her falling back down. It's cool how, like, the diamond design of Girahim ends up, like, being the reason why there's a diamond in the middle of the Master Sword, for example. It's pretty nice. And with Fi too, it's like, the diamond on the sword the whole time was, like, Fi's design. It's a nice way of linking into it. Okay, Demise's face is glowing black. This is the detail I'm gonna notice about Demise this time. Also, there's Zelda. Demise's face, like, glows black with, like, vein patterns. Does that mean that Demise's veins are black? And that his blood is black? That's crazy. Was just thinking about the diamond motif. Yeah, it's so cool. That also has me thinking about the Twilight squares copied from Twilight Princess that appear when Impert and Zelda go into that weird portal at the cutscene in the Earth Temple Spring. I wish it was more prominent with Fi. Yeah, you do see it way more with Girahim. Because I do feel like the surprising element of it is like the diamond on the Master Sword was like Fi and Girahim design the whole time. Like, if anything, Girahim's the copycat here, I guess. So it would be cool if Fi had more of a diamond kind of thing. Because she lives in the diamond part of the sword, I guess, spiritually. I don't know. I wonder how they make that hazy effect in the cutscene when the ground shakes like that. In Majora's Mask, in a lot of the cutscenes in that game, like in the Giants cutscenes when you beat the dungeons in this game, like every movement Link makes is like really hazy and it like leaves a trail behind him. Kind of like, yeah, he's got like a trail effect. I wonder how that's done. Alright, one more cutscene. No, sub 310, don't leave, no. Just one more cutscene. Now that I think about it, maybe if this run got really optimized, maybe even sub 3 would be possible. My sum of best is a 302.26 this early on. Maybe a sub 3 is theoretically possible. Probably not for me, but in general. I mean, I don't know. If I practiced a lot, really refined my movement, I don't know. It is really crazy how far down this category can go. Whoa, what is that synth being used? That wasn't a brass instrument, that was like a synth. Alright. Let's go beat the game. Yeah, so all the time loss on the split is just Girahim 3 not being very good. Missing the stun lock a bunch of times. Ugh. Okay. GG! Thanks for the GGs, Viola and Ryan. So yeah. Definitely can get sub 310 next run. Yeah. To go over the splits, Skyloft in general, there was some like not very good movement at some parts, but overall it was fine. Slingshot I need to actually delete my gold for, hold on. Wait, no, but if I edit my splits it's gonna... Okay, wait. I gotta do that. I gotta reset my splits away. I need to add... Oh wait, actually no. What I need to do for Slingshot is I need to time if pushing the log next to Ulo is actually worth it. That's what I need to do. And then... Okay, so there's that. Deep Woods, the tightrope I voided out there, so that wasn't good. Beetle wasn't the best, but it was fine. Skyview, I didn't get to the bird statue in time before the Boko flag set, so I ended up not losing much time on Skyview, but losing 40 seconds on Elden. Bomb bag split, I died in Earth Temple, but I didn't lose as much time to it as I thought I would. In Earth Temple, it was very, like, messy, but I did actually get 4-cycle Scaldera in a run for the first time. Which is basically equivalent to, like, getting a 3-cycle with Goddess Sword in normal modes. Not in normal mode, in hero mode. So, getting a 4-cycle Scaldera with Goddess Sword in normal mode is great. Harp, I don't really remember. Oh, yeah, no, in Harp I had some sloppy movement, but it was nothing major. Harpstrom RBM, the split itself went fine, but we did fail it, the RBM. But since failing the RBM does not affect the split time, I'm just gonna keep that gold. Matchy was fine. And yeah, Stomp, I forgot to split because the camera did a funny thing and I was distracted by it. But yeah, we had to retry Harpstrom RBM again, so that was like 3.5 minutes lost. Water Dragon Scale, what happened in that split? I think I lost some time at some bit, but it was mostly fine. Enter Gate of Time, I had to do the back in time sequence again because I didn't skip the cutscene with File 1. I thought I didn't need to because of how I failed a Harpstrom RBM earlier, but basically I just, because of the niche situation I was in, because I made a different mistake, I thought I didn't have to do something, but I did. Lost a minute and a half to it. Ballad of the Goddess, aka Movie Night 2 Terrific Time Travel went relatively fine. Oh wait, no, it didn't. I had to redo the entire thing again, because, well, first of all, I accidentally watched a cutscene that we were meant to skip, like with dialogue, which was like already 45 seconds. But then also, wait, I gotta pause for the jingle. Da, da. But also, in that split, I had nunchuck issues right when I was performing the RBM, so just really unfortunate. Spiral Charge was a little bit sloppy, but fine, I guess. Levias, the Skyward Strikes did not go well, but I spawned right next to the Thunderhead exit, so I didn't lose as much time as I thought. Horde was good. Horde isn't real, but Start G3 was good, and then Demise was because my G3 stun locks. Like I had to try that multiple times. Not because of shaky hands or anything, like I wasn't really feeling nervous this run. It was more because, of, like, just not fully focusing on it, I don't know. I do wonder, as I get better at this category, if I will feel any nerves when I get a run that I know is really good. Probably. But I am, at the same time, also, like, there's also only 2 people who have run this new route. So I guess it's like, it's not like any percent where, like, you get a certain time and you kind of know, you kind of have a general grasp on how, quote-unquote, good that time is, because, like, you know what the world record is and you know what other people's times have gotten, but in this category, so few people have ran it, so it's like, I really don't know how far the category can go. I don't know. So I don't know how that will affect my nerves, but so far I haven't been that nervous at the end of the run. I mean, there's a lot of cutscenes, so it kind of eases the nerves a little bit. The most nerve-wracking part of the run is honestly just the harp strum RBM. It's not even that bad, it's just something I need to practice. So yeah, overall this run was, not the best, but it was still progress.